This is the Altitude Daily Podcast. Everything you can't miss from today on Altitude Sports Radio. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
I'm actually shocked at how quickly Mikko became an enemy. To not just one, but two different franchises, like in the span of a few weeks.
I don't think he's an enemy. I think he's a prop in this whole thing.
You ask Avs
Dude,
fans.
you are in
Ask
charge
Avs
of your own.
fans.
You're in charge of your own destiny, Vic.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call him an enemy. I mean, are you really going to call a guy who helped you win a cup an enemy? That's ridiculous. If you're one of those people, you're a joke.
Not so fast, my friend.
You're a joke.
No, not so fast, my friend.
He helped you win a cup.
Moj yelled at me all last week because I was saying one thing about Mikko. I said I felt bad for him in this instance. He did not want to leave here. I think that's pretty clear. He didn't want to go anywhere. But he drastically overestimated his standing.
100%.
Not just with his contract, but within the team.
He could be wrong. He could be greedy. He could be selfish. He could be a lot of those things. But hated?
Well,
For what?
He's hated now because McFarland traded him to Carolina to get him out of the way of anybody in the West.
Is the team better or not?
They are.
Is the team better today or not? Yes. Or no? So what are you worried about? What are you fretting
it's
about?
just it's fun to have enemies, people you hate.
Yeah, you guys, man, you spend too much time hating on people.
But you know what your problem is? You're too lovey-dovey. You're too kissy-feast.
Well, it's because Vic had like the greatest
I
vacation
know.
of his life. That's why.
I know.
So Vic's all like sunshine and rainbows because he didn't have to live through what we were living through last week because he was having too much fun.
People are saying, Vic, I thought you said sports hate is good. I love sports hate, but you have to channel your hate to the right people and for the right reasons. I'm not going to hate on a guy who helped me win a cup.
Yeah, but he's a Dallas Star.
I'm not rooting for him. Hell, if the Avs play the Stars, listen, he's dead to me. I get it. But I'm talking about the act of hating him for no reason right now. He left. He's done. Your team is better now. You got the better end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Chew on that more than the hate. You can hate them if they play the Stars. I get it. But just unadulterated hate for no reason? Just because he left?
I'm kind of in between. I get why people don't like him, and I also think that Mosher, by the way, is going full Arenado with this.
Do you think? Let me ask you this, Mosher. Do you think teammates hate him?
No, probably not.
All right, then end the story. The end.
The Altitude Daily. The Morning Sprint.
I think all of the wide receivers and Aaron Jones coming off the board is the best possible thing that could have happened for the Broncos. Now they can, it seems as though you can make a little bit smarter of moves with your money that aren't big boom or bust moves.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. And then next year, when free agency is hopefully better and you don't have what is still a little bit of an ankle weight in terms of the Russell Wilson money, once that's gone, then you get to go in big time. Bo's in year 3. He's moved on from, maybe there's a year of sophomore regression coming. Who knows? I think this is the perfect thing for the Broncos. Nice signing. I love bringing in Hufanga.
Yeah, Talanoa Hufanga fires me the heck up. In that defense that you look at with the 49ers, certainly, the Bosa, Fred Warner, those names certainly, they elicit some type of responses in terms of athleticism. But there's two players that I thought really, really have made the 49ers defense go. And that's what I felt like Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga.
I would love Greenlaw here.
And now when you look at Hufanga's production and availability, man, with that 2022 season, started 17 games, 97 tackles, 5 TFLs, 2 sacks, 9 PBUs, 4 interceptions. Off the charts production. Last 2 seasons, a little bit of a slip in production. However, having 3 interceptions in 2023, a Super Bowl year for the Niners, in just 10 starts. So he did have an injury. And then again in 24 also did have an injury. So just 17 combined starts in the last 2 full seasons. So there's some positive to that in the sense that there's not a ton of tread on those tires. Really only 1 full season as a starter. But a physical freak, great contact courage, a known tackler, and I think this is going to be the perfect addition for Vance Joseph in what is going to be a great tandem, I believe, with Brandon Jones and Hufanga, but we'll have to see where PJ Locke fits into this.
The Altitude Daily. Columbus, Hastings, and DMAC.
If they wanted Cody Barton, they probably could have signed him. Now, I'm not saying that they won't, but that's what you can do ahead of free agency is sign your own guys, and they did not get that done. I'm not writing them off completely, but it's clear that they're looking to upgrade something there, or they would have probably got that deal done. So he's still out there, and Greenlaw is as well. But the other inside linebackers, not available.
Wasn't it wild last night? I've never seen anything like this ever in the NFL. The amount of news that broke last night of guys that were signing maybe 8 hours away from free agency. They'd waited this long. They could taste free agency. They could go test the market. And then all of a sudden, about 12 hours before free agency, we've just got a plethora of news rolling in of enormous contracts. I've never seen that happen. I honestly haven't. Normally, if you come that close to free agency, you want to test the waters. So to your point, with a guy like Cody Barton, yeah, you easily could have re-signed him. Very, very easily could have re-signed him, and you chose not to. I'm crossing my fingers on Dre Greenlaw, but what I understand is that the 49ers still really want him back, and I'm not overly optimistic about it, even though I would desperately want it to happen.
Wow. Let's go to world headquarters for a huge free agent signing. Dan Tanner.
The Seattle Seahawks have their new quarterback, Sam Darnold.
Wow.
Has signed with the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
3-year deal, nearly $100 million.
That's actually not as much as I would have thought.
Okay.
I know $100 million is an insane amount of money. First off, I'll be curious to see what the guarantee is, but that comes out to about 33 per.
Mm-hmm.
And
$23 million raise from last year, though.
Well, there you go. But also a $22 million discount from the going rate for a starting QB.
Okay. Scott, your reaction?
Good payday. I don't think it surprises. I think it's tough to jump somebody from $10 million to $50 million. So $10 million to $30 million plus a year. That's pretty good.
I think for the Seahawks, this is a bargain. I think it's a bargain for the Seahawks.
I'm curious what options he had. What options did Sam Darnold have? Why did he choose the Seahawks?
I don't think he took less money. So I'm going to guess that this just made sense to him financially and how it fit. Listen, man, they're in kind of a rebuild mode.
Well, that's my point. You just got rid of DK. You just got rid of Tyler Lockett.
So likely this was the most money by a mile for Sam Darnold.
The Altitude Daily. Kretman and Lindahl.
Let's run through some Broncos news. We'll start with their free agent signing, their big free agent signing. They have agreed to a 3-year deal with safety Talanoa Hufanga. It is $20 million guaranteed, could be worth up to $45 million.
Okay, here's the nuts and bolts of this. And frankly, this is modern free agency. You're all smart NFL fans. You know this. If he's healthy, Hufanga's a tremendous player, an incredible upgrade, and a guy that I saw an article or a tweet that said the Niners did want to keep him, but their cap help prevented it. The negative, the reason why he made it to free agency, he had an ACL injury in 2023. He had a wrist injury in 2024. He's only played 17 games the last 2 years. But taking a risk on an injured player, getting out of bad injury luck is kind of what you do in free agency now.
Who's the best safety in the NFL right now?
Well, that's a great question. Who would it be? I don't
Minka?
know. Probably.
I don't know either. But what kind of I don't know what a great what a
well,
difference a
who's
great
the guy
safety makes in this
the old
league
Notre
now?
Dame kid for Baltimore,
Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
probably it.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah.
but like, what does that
15
do?
million a year is not bad.
Right. What does that do for your defense?
Well, they needed to get stronger up the middle. This allows Brandon Jones to be more of the free safety type who you signed a year ago. And look, from what I read about, Hufanga loves contact. He loves to lay big hits. He's a closer to the line kind of. We all know the strong safeties become kind of the hybrid linebackers out there. And he's up there to play physical. When you're in a nickel setting, he's the guy you're going to rely on to get these running backs down if you've got smaller personnel on the field, period.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, if it works out, if he's healthy,
Yeah, you've
he's
upgraded
he's
your
gonna be
team
a
big
fan
time.
favorite immediately because
Oh,
he
yeah.
will pop you, and fans love that.
Yeah.
Love it.
We all love a big hitter.
High five.
All right, over the weekend, the Broncos re-signed Jarrett Stidham.
Woo!
Today, Zach Wilson agreed to a 1-year, $6 million, fully guaranteed $6 million deal that could grow to $10 million with Mike McDaniel and the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, that one kind of threw me off. I'm a little surprised he goes Dolphins, but Tua's known to get hurt, and so if he gets hurt, Zach's got his tryout.
He could start 8 games down there.
You know what he wants to do? He wants to pull the Sam Darnold. Every guy like Zach Wilson, because Wilson and Darnold the third pick, Wilson the second pick of his draft class. Go out there, remind people why they liked you in the draft. Go have a good year. Now maybe, like today, Sam Darnold, I'm going to maybe steal from
$100
Steve.
million.
Yeah, $100 million deal. So I'm sorry I'm stealing a story there, Spring. But he signed with Seattle, and now Zach Wilson's hoping to do the same thing.
Yeah.
High five.
You've been listening to the Altitude Daily. Catch us live weekdays on 92.5 FM, the Altitude Sports Radio app, twitch.tv/AltitudeSR, youtube.com/Altitude Sports Radio, and your favorite smart speaker. Say Altitude Sports Radio.